So yesterday we have discussed radius, right? We have seen the configuration of radius into our firewall, right? Okay. So today what I'll just go with the little bit theory, and after it I will complete that practical which we have left yesterday. Okay. So there are two protocols, radius and TechX. These are the two protocols which we use for AAA services. AAA means authentication, authorization, and accounting. Authentication means we are just getting the access of that machine. Authorization means level of access. And accounting means whatever is users is doing, everything is logged or not. Means we have an account of everything or not. Whatever activity he's doing, maybe he's changing something, he's deleting something, he's adding something, we have a account of everything. Okay, so these are the two protocols mainly used for that purpose, where TechX is a like Cisco proprietary protocol and Radius is the open standard. So like here we are discussing Palo Alto, so Palo Alto will support Radius only. Okay, so Radius stand for remote authentication dial in user service. Radius is a security protocol that ensures the network against unauthorized access. Means we use this radius kind of setup into the organization. Let's suppose you are having 3 or 4 firewalls, then it is okay. You can log in into all these firewalls and you can just configure the users, right? But if you are having infrastructure, very big infrastructure like 300 to 400 firewalls or 1000 plus firewalls, that time adding a new user into all these firewalls become a headache for network admin. In that case, what we will do, we will just use a radius. We will configure the radius server and we just set up a relationship between Palo Alto and radius server, and we import all the users from radius to Palo Alto. And after that, people start using their radius credential for logging into this Palo Alto device. Okay, Radius client runs on device and send authentication request to a centralized server. Radius server contains network service, access information, and user authentication. Radius does not allow users to control which commands can be executed or not. Remote authentication dial in user service. Radius does not support multi-protocol. Okay. So this is the theory. Radius generally uses UDP as a transport protocol and TechX uses TCP. So in UDP, Radius uses 1812 for authentication purpose and 1813. So this 1812 for authentication and authorization. 1813 for the accounting. Okay. Remote authentication dial-in user service combines authentication and authorization. If I'll go there, I will not discuss TechX. Okay. So if you see, these are the port numbers of Radius. These are the new port numbers. Some old devices basically listen radius packets on these ports 1645, 1646 for authentication, and these are for accounting. Okay, so you can check it out this particular PDF. I will not go with the theory of that one. Now we directly jump into the configuration. So if I'll see what we can also cover here. Let me cover few points of TechX as well. Okay. So TechX stand for Terminal Access Control System Plus. TechX is a Cisco proprietary protocol that is used to deliver AAA security devices. TechX Plus is an application which is implemented through AAA. TechX Plus provides centralized acceptance of users to take the access control of a device. TechX provides other access servers in the network as well. TechExplorer provides to control the authorization of router commands per user or group. Generally, the thing is we use TechEx for the device authentication. Okay, devices authentication means if we are having network devices like router, switches, firewalls. Okay, all Cisco. Just remember because Cisco. This is a Cisco proprietary protocol. Okay, but if we are working with other vendors devices like Juniper, Palo Alto, Arista switches, at that time we need to use the radius. And radius basically you also used for device control and how we can basically configure the policy for authentication authorization. Generally for that basically we use some kind of net solution. Net like we have Cisco ICE, we have Cisco ACS. These are the devices which we use if we want a full-fledged control. Okay. For the basic one, we can go with the basic settings as well. Like we can configure radius on Active Directory and we can set the relationship of this AD with the Palo Alto Firewall. So all the users, so people can use these AD credentials to log in into the Palo Alto Firewall. So like Radius uses UDP, TechX uses TCP. These are the port numbers. Generally TechX listens on TCP port 49. Radius encrypts password only. TechX encrypts the entire communication. Radius combines authentication authorization. TechX plus threats authentication authorization and accountability differently. Radius is an open protocol. TechX is a Cisco proprietary. Radius is a high weight protocol consuming less resources. TechX is a heavy weight protocol consuming more resources. Radius is limited to privilege mode. TechX plus supports 15 privilege mode. So if you remember, all the Cisco device have a 15 privilege modes. Okay, mainly used for network access, mainly used for device administration. So this is used for device administration and this used for network access. Just remember these 2 points. Okay, so yesterday we have completed the configuration. We have added the radius profile like we had did the same thing here. Then we have added the authentication profile as well. We have selected our radius server here. We have selected all users, right? But the thing is we have missed one thing. We have not added the same. We have to add the same users who is having in a TechX. So if you remember, this is my TechX where I am running here. This is my radius server. And these are the users name. We have SAN, we have user one, we have user two, right? So what I can do, let me add these users first into my firewall. So what I have added the radius server details here, right? And after that, we have also added the authentication profile for radius where we have selected a radius server. We have selected all users, right, in allow list. Now what in administrator tab, what here we have added this one. This is wrong. We have to delete this one and we have to add the same users with the same name. So what I will do, and also before doing this one, let me delete these users. Okay, these are the some bogus users. I don't want them. Let me also delete Kunal because Kunal name is also available into my radius. Okay. Only what I will do now, go into this one and first I will use I will just put Kunal here and authentication for what I need to select my radius profile. That's it. I will give the super user access to this person. Click on OK. Now, if you see, I'll also have one more user whose name is San, right? I'll go to into my firewall. I'll give the same name like I have into my radius San. Same San here and San is here, right? I will give same name, exactly same. And now I'll just set radius profile. Click OK. Now I'll have other user which is, so why it is going, they say user 1, right? And user 2. User 1 and user 02. So let me add these users as well. I will give user 1 and authentication radius profile, and what, I'll just give him a read only access. Let me add user 2 as well. User 2. So whatever credential we have set into a radius hub for them, we have to use these credential. Let me give him a role based access. What, I will make him a security admin. Or let me just make him crypto admin, so he is only able to access the VPN related settings. Let me commit my changes. So we have completed the commit. What I will do, I'll just go to into incognito window, and I will type here my firewall IP 192.168.137.3. Now see, this time what, I will log in as a SAN. So I'll just put a username SAN, and what is the password for SAN is admin at 123. This is the password, right? For SAN, admin at 123 is the password. Click on login. So my login is working, and I am able to log into the firewall by with the SAN user. If you see here, you can see the user details SAN, and how he is login. Authenticated for user SAN. Authentication provides radius. All these details you will see into the system logs as well. Go into monitor. If you go into your system, you will see your logs here. See, this is the log. See, authentication is also done through the TechX. Okay, and if I'll go into this guy, see here also you will get this message, authenticated successfully. Okay, now what I will do, let me log out, and this time I will log in with the user 2, which is a crypto admin. So we will see he is only having the access of VPN related stuff. Okay, so user 2, this time I will log in. I'll go there. I'll just type here user 02 and password is admin at 123, because we have set the same password for all these users. You will see these messages as well. See, user 2 is also authenticate. Okay, means authentication is also working for this user 2 as well. See, he's having access of network tab, monitor tab. See, now user 2 is logged in, right? You will get these messages here. And he in network tab, he is having only access of VPN related stuff. Means he can only able to configure the VPN stuff. In device tab, he will have access only certificate. So now you will see how we are controlling the things here. This is how basically we integrate active radius server with our Palo Alto, and we will basically now we are using our radius credentials to log into this device as well. So this is our radius server. If you have any questions, then let me know. Otherwise, we are good to go for the VPN related stuff.